So why would I be accepting myself today? It's because it was time. And you will discover that there is a time in your life as well when you discover who you are, what your life purpose is, what you're in the world to do, and then you will accept yourself. And you might take a long time. You might take years and years to find that, and that's fine. That might be your divine plan. Because what I discovered is that we each have one. We might resist it, we might run from it, as I did, but it's always there. And then it shows up at the correct time in your life and also in our world. We also discover nothing's happening accidentally in your life or in our world. And so the reason I can accept it today because I resist it for so long, as you might have done in your life, especially over the last many years. But the story is this. I started receiving Wilhelm in 1989. Now this was just to get help for me. That's what I thought. We're all looking for help and guidance in some way. But now I'm 75, and it's been shown why I was doing this. I was doing this for you. I had always thought in my younger days that I was supposed to do something that could make the world better. As a kid, that's the idea that I had. But then what I went through my life, I struggled through so many different things and was lost a great deal of the time, afraid most of the time. I wrote a book about it because I wanted to give others an idea of what I was moving through and to understand it. But then I was a little afraid of owning myself because I had to tell you how I received it. Because when I wrote that book, I said, I received this information and I was able to move beyond my fear because of Wilhelm. And that made no sense to many people. But I know that we have a greater intelligence that guides us all. And so when I sat down in 1989, I knew I made a connection to that intelligence because it was frightening at first. It startled me. But then it kept giving me direction all the way through. And you'll read the messages and you'll see what I'm talking about. I didn't know this information. I didn't know where it was coming from at the time. I knew that I was connected to a greater intelligence because it wasn't coming through me. But then I was doing something that we hadn't seen before, and that made it difficult for me and for others. You see, because the work proceeded to heal every aspect of my life, every aspect of my being. And then it started to reveal to me that it was showing all of us how we evolve in our consciousness, how it happens over time, how it happens in us individually, and I just lived it, and then I became the example, which is why at 75 everything is moving in a different direction. Everything has been resolved or healed. Now everyone's not going to do that, but it is possible. And so this is why I have to accept myself today, because I'm going to complete this work so I can give it to many more people. Now, I don't expect everyone's going to do it because most times we're really afraid of looking at ourselves. We don't want to go inside and discover what's there, and that's the most valuable thing that any person could accomplish. And that I do know because I know that you have a valuable purpose. When I started doing this work, I kept it hidden. Then in 2021, I'm told that I was given something that could help anyone. I doubted it. You'll see that today because on the messages for today that says Wilhelm's plan for your success is there, but I didn't believe it was happening. I didn't believe that it was me. Then I would start doing channeling, life channeling. I wasn't going to ever do that before. But then you'll hear that session that's on there that was from 2021, and it was in December again, and I doubted it, and I didn't remember it. That's what I want you to understand. I'm receiving information and I don't remember it when it's happening. I develop some other skill or ability. You might do this as well. We never know what we're going to develop. And so as you look at the information that Wilhelm has given us over all of these years, it's all organized in a way that builds a curriculum for higher consciousness, for self-actualization, for ascension. It's all in there, and it uses all the available sciences that we have known help us to achieve greatness in our lives, and Wilhelm just put it all together. And so this is why I know what you can achieve. That's what you'll see on my website. I didn't know it years ago. It had to be developed, and then I had to look at it and see this was the result that happened in my life. How could I have still been here? Especially with everything that I moved through. And this is why when I look at other people, I know what you can achieve. I don't care what you've been through, what might have happened, you still can achieve it because I did it. And you hear that thing of I could do it, anyone can. I know that is absolutely true because it's only in consciousness. And so when you understand that we have cognitive behavior training, you may have heard of that. Why do we do it? Because it's breaking patterns that have kept us stuck in our old selves. I was doing that every single day. And that's what I'm giving to others now. So I wanted you to see this today. This is the change that I'm making right this weekend. And so I would love for you to view all of the work. And there is an offer there that I made that I want more people to do it, because what I'm going to do is prove to you that this work can have you live this life that you couldn't even believe before. Because I know what can happen every day if you're doing this work. And the only reason that you haven't experienced greatness yet is you didn't have a plan. You didn't have a way to see who you were. And now this work, it's impossible for you to fail. That's why I say also your success is inevitable because it's within you. And this work will have you do it. So that's what I can accept. Now, you will see the information there, and I received information from Wilhelm that's aligned by the day. No other channeled material has ever been created like that. No other work has ever been created in this way. But that's why I must finish it and use this as my contribution to humankind, because that's what it is. But you have this same thing, and this work will have you get there. So please check out all the work, and if you want to achieve your greatness, then take one of those sessions now, because it will change your life. That I guarantee. All right, thanks for being here. I'll see you soon.